Now we're going to move on to our second image, which is our mountain image. Go up below the Tool Options bar and select the tab that says Landscape, Mountains, Skyline. Before we make any changes to this image, you'll notice in your Layers panel that we have only one layer that says Background, and it has a little lock next to it. This means this is just a regular image and not a Photoshop document, and this layer needs to be unlocked before we can make any changes to it. Click the lock, and now we have layer 0, an unlocked layer that we can work with. In this image, I'm going to show you how to select the sky behind the mountain. There are many different ways you could do this, but the most useful way is to use the Quick Selection tool. To find the Quick Selection tool, go back in your toolbar and find what looks like a wand with stars around it. This is the default tool in this section, which is the Magic Wand tool. But we don't want to use the Magic Wand tool. We want to use the Quick Selection tool. In order to find the Quick Selection tool, click and hold your mouse key on the Magic Wand tool, and that will open up all the different other tools in this section. Scroll over and select Quick Selection tool. Now you'll notice our cursor is very small, and it'll make it very hard for us to select. So we're going to do just like we did with our brush stroke and our eraser and increase the size a little bit. Go back to your Tool Options bar, click the arrow next to the dot with the number, and drag your slider for size. Once you have a little bit larger cursor, go ahead into your image and click and drag across your sky. You'll notice you have what looks like marching ants across your screen. This denotes the selection that you have at the current time. From here, drag across until you have everything selected to the edges of your mountain. You can let go of your mouse button and click More, and it'll add anything else that you select. Once you have all your marching ants around your mountain, you've got pretty much the entire sky selected. From here, you can delete with the Delete key, and now the entire background of the image is gone. Selection tools really work best when there's a lot of contrast in the image. You notice that our sky before was blue, and our mountains is a dark brown and sometimes black in the shadows, so that makes this work very well. Sometimes your images aren't going to be this precise, and for that you could use different tools like the magnetic lasso tool or the polygonal lasso tool, which are located in the toolbar right next to our Quick Selection and Magic Wand tool. In Photoshop, when you delete parts of the image that are on the only layer or the top layer, what you'll find is you get this nice little checkerboard. This checkerboard denotes that there is no background and it's completely transparent. If you were to save this file as a .png, this will show up as kind of like a sticker and conform to any background on any website you post this image to. Now we're going to switch to our last image. Go back up below your Tool Options bar and select the tab that says Norway. Before we start working with this image, we're going ahead and going to crop it. In order to crop your image, you're going to use the Crop tool. First, we're going to crop this image. In order to crop your image, you're going to use the Crop tool. To find the Crop tool, go back to your toolbar and select the tool that looks like two interlocking L's. Now, in order to crop your image, take each corner and move it in to wherever you'd like your image to end on each corner. When you finish cropping, select the check mark in your Tool Options bar. While you have the Crop tool selected, you could also straighten your image across any line you choose. In order to do so, go back to your Tool Options bar and click the level right next to the word Straighten. From here, any line you draw across your image is going to straighten the image to that specific line. In this image, we're going to straighten the image on the coastline. So I'm going to draw a horizontal line by clicking and dragging across my image to create a line right across my shore. When I let go of my mouse button, you'll notice that the image has been straightened to the coastline. To save any changes, make sure to select the check mark in your Tool Options bar.